Thank you for watching Channel Zero. And we talked so much with Dr. Robert Eldridge today. And as we close today's talk show, I want to talk about capitalism and communism. And they are very much alike in a way. And how they can be so much alike, at the end is you can see the phenomenon, economic phenomenon today. Like, for example, the Americanized capitalism like today, in other words, the globalism, if this is too much proceeding like today, and what will happen at the end? I think too much Americanized capitalism makes whole world, including Japan and America, a big communism society, and big communism society are very fussy, like fascism, and no future, not so no freedom to choose who we want to be or what kind of life we want to choose, or the lifestyles and the way we can choose are very selective, and if in the too much capitalism society, because we become poor, that's why we lose our freedom. And now whole Japan and America hand in hand going to hell economically, and America and Japan's the societies are like more and more to do with communism society rather than the democracy country. Yes, Japan and America are democracy country, but the way we live and then the society we are in are almost as if a communism society. You know why? Because Japan and America are very much capitalism, too much capitalism, and this type of too much capitalism, in other words, called too much globalism. And what is the globalism today? The globalism today is not just doing the business globally or internationally, but the globalism we are talking about today is to make other country as if a colony, take their rights away from their country, and take money and asset and then insurance and many market, water, food, and even people's normal lifestyle, and family value, and medicine, and their rights to decide their own things, and their wage and food, and these kind of things that all belongs to other countries' people, we are actually taking away from them in the name of globalism, in the name of business or trading. And that's what it is when we talk about globalism today. And so the globalism today is actually, in other words, a colonism of present days. So when we talk about globalism, to proceed too much capitalism in other countries globally, which means we are taking away from other people's life or money or asset or market or whatever whatever that should belongs to them, So it's just like 19th century's colonized system. White people colonized non-white countries. And the same thing we are actually trying to do in the name of globalism or capitalism or business or whatever. But it's, in other words, it's a colonism. And if we carry on this kind of colonized globalism, which is very keen Americanized capitalism to proceed it, and then what will come at the end is too much capitalism makes us the whole unhappy, makes us unhappy and poor, and our society become like a communism. Therefore, I think too much capitalism, in other words, too much globalism, makes us only unhappy at the end, and makes whole world like a big communism, fascism nations. And that's not what we really want, because in the fascism, communism society, we have no hope, and individuals like us has no power and no freedom to choose anything. So, and then average people becomes poor, and only few families are rich, and that's what is communism society. And then we will lose our power and our rights to say what we want to say, or our rights to get back our own life. We, in the communism world, we have to live like a puppet or slave animal, you know. And is that what you really want to be? I don't think so. Therefore, someone needs to stop too much globalism and too much capitalism, and not going after money, but we need to care about how can we be satisfied ourselves. When can we satisfy? When can we be happy? How much, if we have, what more do we need to be happy? And then many people nowadays thinking that, still thinking that their lifestyle can be maintainable and sustainable, but I don't think so. You know, unfortunately, the lifestyle we are having at this moment, and we used to have, cannot be maintainable and sustainable, and that will come to the end somewhere very soon. And then what will happen to the world? And next we want to talk about that. Okay, but today, as to close today's session, I want to tell you one more time that too much Americanized capitalism, in other words, too much globalism, makes us only capitalism, and this whole world become like a capitalism, fascist, no freedom world, and we have to live like a slave there, because we have no real human rights and no freedom in the capitalism world, and in the communism world. And too much capitalism, in other words, too much globalism, makes this whole world a big capitalism. Okay, thank you very much for watching.